A lot of my stuff, first, if I hadn't had the help I had, I don't know where the hell I'd be right now. So that's a credit to you in a sense.
You said there's something, in the previous answer that you've said online, which is that you're lucky to be here. One of the most moving things I've ever seen, which honestly disturbed me and has stayed with me my entire life, was that Avicii documentary. And the way that his management were pushing him, and he had social anxiety, and oh God, it just haunts me.
You know what, with those things, I mean, I've spoken to managers who've lost people and different, and I've definitely put strain on a lot of people in my life in the past. You see it as me like makes me a different person. I don't like talking about it. I think it's hard. It's just as hard for the team around you at points as it is for you, because we didn't all know how the hell we got here. Everyone's kind of looking around like, we don't really know how the hell we got here. So where's the next move? And there's always someone who will pull you through. I've been very, very fortunate now with the people that I had to pull me through my bits. And it's, and that's why I say this care system is so important, right? Music is the lifeblood of a lot of our things. It's the background to our movie scenes when we're sat in the back of the car looking longfully out the window. But then we don't want to look after the thing that's kind of feeding us that much. You know what I mean? So I think for artists, in the sense, they do need that. I feel that it doesn't need to get lost in translation in other things. It genuinely needs to be a care system. But then everyone's over therapied these days in that sense anyway. But it's like, if you want it, it should be available.
Is there a moment where you look back and say that was the lowest moment for me? That was the pivotal moment.
I had a few of them. I was worried how far my rock bottom was going to be. Where's rock bottom for me? And you would never have seen it. I'm very good at hiding it. No one would have ever have seen it. But rock bottom, I mean, I don't even know if I hit it yet. You know what I mean? I feel like it's like one of those little graphs you see when it's like, oh, have we hit the the support, the market support? Yeah, are we there? This is support level. Oh my God. It's the same thing. So it feels like I can either make that choice now and pick my last moment as my rock at the bottom, or I can make a new one and make a whole new low. That's my choice.
You said online that you had previously been masking your emotions and feelings, and this was something that you were trying to get over. You said you tried to learn to deal with your emotions instead of masking them. How important has that been? This is something I really struggle with. I'll tell you why. Because I was CEO of a company, 27 years old, 700 employees, and
that's wild.
Fucking wild, is it? All around the world, these adults that are double my age, and I have to be right. My business partner, he'll tell you,
he's been on the podcast.
He fell away, right? Alcoholic, put on all this weight, depressive, anxiety, fell away. So I'm carrying him because I need, because we co-founders, we're seen as a unit. So when he's out in the street, and he won't mind me saying this, because he's been drinking all day with the team, and he's stealing bottles of wine off other people's tables, just total strangers, and he's doing things in public, which he'd get arrested for, with parts of his body that I'm not going to talk about. When he's doing those things, I'm getting a phone call. I'm 26, and I have to not only manage him, my business partner, but then I'm having to manage all the impact that's had on all of our employees. And I felt that I could never talk or be vulnerable. The thing I find so...
But that's why I said it's not... People don't realize it's not just, what happened to Avicii is terrible, by the way. And I haven't seen the documentary. I didn't watch... I actually knew someone who worked with him. He wrote with me as well. And he said that what he saw was going on was not good. But for the most part, for a lot of these people, there's usually somebody in there that's not very good. But everyone else is trying to help. And you don't see the effect it's having on them as well. You live and die by the sword. I live and die by my sword. That's it. But the person who's behind trying to pick up the shield to help me, they haven't even got the fucking sword. They're just diving into battle for you. And that's the difference. You know what I mean? It's like people miss out on that bit. So it's never just on that person. You know what I mean? A lot of my stuff, if I hadn't had the help I had, I don't know where the hell I'd be right now. So that's a credit to you in a sense.
It's super, super tough. I think with the bit that I really respect you for, though, is you're very open about it. You talk about it. You talk about going to therapy. You talk about your lows. You talk about being unsure if you would even be here. And that's going to do a lot of good for a lot of people.
I hope so. I mean,
the
the worst bit for me is, I think it's seen so much as a tool these days to hide behind the points. And for me, it's never about that situation. Like, I'm just telling you as what it is. And that's the bit where I think, like I say, I don't want any of this to get lost in translation. I am not 1% moaning about my life. I love my life at the minute. My life's great. It's had its ups, had its downs, but it's, you know, yeah, I think I'd rather talk about it, and it's therapeutic for me. And this has been a really good chat, by the way. This is a cool chat. I like this chat a lot. There's been some shit ones, let me tell you.
I can imagine. Yeah. No, because I'm genuinely asking you questions that I give a fuck about.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's the point, though. And I'm telling you the thing as if it matters to me, not trying to hide behind some sort of bullshit thing. You know? And like I say, I think there's many people who have this effect on therapy and all those things and sobriety. And I ain't saying everyone at home, by the way, should go sober. I ain't telling them to go vegan. I ain't telling them to do whatever. I'm saying this is what I did, and it worked pretty okay for me so far. So, you know,